आतंकवाद के खिलाफ लड़ाई जारी रखते हुए भारत ने यूनाइटेड नेशंस में एक बार फिर से आवाज बुलंद की है। भारत ने बुधवार को कहा कि हक्कानी नेटवर्क और उसके समर्थकों, खासकर पाकिस्तानी अधिकारियों ने दक्षिण एशिया में आतंकवादी संगठनों के साथ मिलकर जिस आसानी से काम किया है, उसकी इंटरनेशनल बिरादरी को अनदेखी नहीं करनी चाहिए। भारत ने यह भी कहा कि इस्लामिक स्टेट पर यूनाइटेड नेशंस प्रमुख की रिपोर्ट में लश्कर-ए-तैयबा और जैश-ए-मोहम्मद की गतिविधियां भी होनी चाहिए, जो पाकिस्तान में अपने पनाहगाहों से हमले करते हैं। यूनाइटेड नेशंस सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल ने आतंकवादी गतिविधियों से अंतर्राष्ट्रीय शांति एवं सुरक्षा को खतरा पर चर्चा की और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय शांति एवं सुरक्षा पर ISIL द्वारा उत्पन्न खतरे पर महासचिव एंटोनियो गुतारेस की 12वीं रिपोर्ट पर विचार किया। रिपोर्ट में कहा गया है कि आकलन है कि फिलहाल अफगानिस्तान में इस्लामिक स्टेट इन इराक एंड लेवाट खुरासन यानी ISIL के 1000 से 2000 लड़ाके मौजूद हैं। रिपोर्ट के मुताबिक जून 2020 में इस संगठन के नए नेता घोषित किए गए शिहाब अल मुहाजिर अफगानिस्तान, बांग्लादेश, भारत, मालदीव, पाकिस्तान, श्रीलंका और मध्य एशिया के देशों में ISIL की कथित रूप से अगुवाई करता है। बताया जाता है कि पहले उसका हक्कानी नेटवर्क के साथ यूनाइटेड नेशंस में भारत के स्थायी प्रतिनिधि TS तिरुमूर्ति ने पाकिस्तान पर निशाना साधते हुए कहा, जरूरी है कि प्रतिबंधित हक्कानी नेटवर्क और खासकर पाकिस्तानी अधिकारियों में उसके समर्थकों ने जिस आसानी से अलकायदा, ISIL के तहरीक-ए-तालिबान जैसे अहम आतंकवादी संगठनों के साथ काम किया है, उसे हम नज़रों से ओझल होने नहीं दें। उन्होंने कहा, अलकायदा, हक्कानी नेटवर्क, जैश-ए-मोहम्मद और लश्कर-ए-तैयबा अफगानिस्तान और पाकिस्तान में बिना किसी भय के फलते फूलते और अपनी गतिविधियां चलाते हैं। उन्होंने कहा कि भारत का मत है कि ISIL पर इस रिपोर्ट में ISIL और अलकायदा पाबंदी व्यवस्था के तहत आने वाले लश्कर-ए-तैयबा और जैश-ए-मोहम्मद जैसे प्रतिबंधित आतंकवादी संगठनों की हरकतें भी शामिल होनी चाहिए।
And emerging technologies including drones, virtual currencies, encrypted communications and artificial intelligence has enabled ISIL and other terrorist groups to adapt to the pandemic affected world and exploit current conditions to their advantage. Social media networks have also contributed to the radicalization and recruitment of youth. These new methods have resulted in greater freedom and tactical autonomy to ISIL affiliates. As a result, ISIL is gaining strength not only in Syria and Iraq, but also in Yemen, Sahel, West Africa, and Central African region. Al-Qaeda, Haqqani Network, Jaish-e-Mohammed, and Lashkar-e-Taiba continue to flourish and operate with impunity in the AFPAC region. The modus operandi of ISIL has also changed, as is evident from the lone wolf attacks occurring in Europe. This changed and reinvigorated ISIL poses a new set of challenges to our collective efforts in our fight against ISIL and terrorism. The UN Secretary General's report also provides an account of activities of ISIL-K, including the appointment of its new leader, Shahab al-Mujahid. He has close links with the proscribed Haqqani network and earlier operated in the AFPAC region as an Al-Qaeda commander. It is essential that we don't lose sight of the ease with which the proscribed Haqqani network and its supporters, especially with support from the Pakistani authorities, have worked along with prominent terrorist organizations like Al-Qaeda, ISIL-K, etc. in South Asia. In our view, the UNSG's report on ISIL should also cover activities of proscribed terrorist entities under ISIL and Al-Qaeda sanctions regime, like Lashkar-e-Taiba and other Pakistani-based terrorist groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed and frontal organizations that raise funds for their activities. The world is fully aware that these groups also perpetrate terror activities from safe havens in Pakistan, including through violent attacks in Afghanistan that have disrupted the peace process. We are also witnessing the relocation of terror groups to Afghanistan, especially in Kunar and Nangarhar provinces across the Durand Line. To not name them in this report is doing a disservice, as it gives only a partial and a biased view of the situation in the region. Mr. President, for the UN system to effectively address the threats posed by terrorists, I would like to reiterate the urgent need for implementing the 8-point action plan that India's External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, had offered on 12th January to this August Council. Number one, summon the political will. Don't justify terrorism. Don't glorify terrorists. Number two, no double standards. Terrorists are terrorists. Distinction should not be made on whether they are good or bad. Number three, don't place blocks and holds on listing requests without any reason. Number four, discourage exclusivist thinking. Number five, enlist and delist objectively, not on political or religious considerations. 6, recognize linkage to organized crime. Number 7, support and strengthen the FATF. And number 8, provide greater funding to UN counter-terrorism. It is imperative, therefore, to collectively build on these principles in ensuring that we are able to defeat the scourge of terrorism for good. We welcome the global programs launched by UNOCT to assist member states in building their capacities to prevent and counter terrorism and acknowledge the direct utility of the Global Countering Terrorist Travel Program and the Global Program on Countering the Financing of Terrorism to prevent and detect travel of foreign terrorists and funding of terrorist entities, respectively. We also believe that enhanced UN coordination with FATF would go a long way in effectively countering terrorism. We, however, ask UNOCT to tread carefully on efforts by countries to change the narrative on terrorism to suit their narrow ends and undercut our collective efforts. We also attach importance to the role played by UNOCT in building the capacity of member states, both through its capacity building arm UNCCT and through its work with other UN agencies in the Global Counter-Terrorism Coordination Compact. India had also contributed to the UNCCT Trust Fund for UNOCT to implement capacity building projects in the Eastern and Southern African countries on border management and countering financing of terrorism. In conclusion, Mr. President, we reiterate our full support for counter-terrorism cooperation under the auspices of the UN. India has been at the forefront of global counter-terrorism efforts and has taken part in all major global initiatives against international terrorism and is a party to all 13 United Nations sectoral conventions relating to terrorism. I thank you.
देश के निर्माण और उन्नति में सहयोग, आपके हर कदम में आपका हमसफर। कश्मीर टर्बो TMT सरिया, चाहे भूकंप आए या तूफान, सुरक्षित रहें आप और आपका मकान। अपनाइए आपका अपना कश्मीर टर्बो TMT सरिया, ट्रस्ट एंड रिलायबिलिटी।
GK अपडेट रहे हमारे साथ। अगर आप ये वीडियो YouTube पर देख रहे हैं तो हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन को क्लिक करें। अगर आप ये वीडियो Facebook पर देख रहे हैं तो हमारा Facebook पेज लाइक जरूर करें। फॉर एडवर्टाइजमेंट प्लीज कॉन्टैक्ट 705-109-1811।